Michigan's Morning Show with Michael Patrick Shields.
Michael Patrick Shields is on the air.
Good morning, world.
Good morning, Michigan. A very pleasant Monday to you. It's Michael Patrick Shields, heard all across the state of Michigan, and so glad to have you with us at 6 minutes after the hour. We're back in our American Metal Roots studio in the Gillespie Group Stadium District building, just a couple blocks from the Capitol, here on the Avenue of Michigan. And the anchorman, Gary Austin, is with us this morning, too. Good morning to you.
Yep, here we are. Is it Monday already?
President Santorum. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a matter of who's not running for president of the GOP. So.
He is the former U.S. Senator from Pennsylvania. He's going to officially announce today he's going to seek the GOP nomination. Around 11 o'clock this morning in Somerset, Pennsylvania at a courthouse. He was going to join a list of GOP hopefuls.
How many, Answer Man? Have you been keeping tabs?
How long until Rick Snyder decides he wants to be president?
I think everybody wants that job. Well, we'll see, how it all works out. Sarah Palin saying over the weekend she is 50% sure she's going to run.
Oh, so I didn't hear that.
She's kind of edging. Yeah, she said 50%?
That over the weekend. Did she really say that?
That's that. Yep, 50. That's what she said, 50%. So.
Okay. Did you hear the latest controversy with Sarah Palin since you brought her up?
Yeah, that whole
I didn't bring it up. Yeah, you brought it up.
Well, yeah, what that one-time aide is saying, and how
not only the sensational book, but the latest gaffe, the media gaffe. Did you hear this one?
I did not. Phyllis,
you know history quite well, right? These are tentative answers.
Yeah, well, no, I
all right, let me ask you this. Yeah. Okay, she was in Boston, okay, and she was asked about Paul Revere.
Oh, yeah. Right, okay.
Here's what she said.
He who warned the British that they weren't going to be taking away our arms by ringing those bells and making sure as he's riding his horse through town to send those warning shots and bells that we were going to be secure and we were going to be free.
When in doubt, say nothing. Yeah, I know. She ought to be like the Answer Man and be real evasive and say, he's that guy that years ago did something.
I think she should have been more vague is what you mean.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Do you notice how her voice, whenever she gets in a tough spot like that, her voice goes way up and down. And she uses a lot of, apostrophes on the ends of her words.
Well, many would argue that the media really treats her unfairly. The liberal media targeting Sarah Palin. We've heard that for years now. Knowing that, Sarah, you would think she'd be extra careful, extra on guard, because those, they're just waiting. They're just perched, just waiting to jump on whatever she says. And she makes herself such an easy target for that sort of thing.
She says that it was a gotcha question. She says it's her media's fault, and that was a gotcha question.
Well, it depends on how you answer it, though. And I Answer Man is a good example. When in doubt, be evasive.
She says that she didn't mess up history. She says that she was correct. There were British soldiers in the area for years before Paul Revere's ride.
True.
And that he was warning he was warning them as well, the fellow colonists, that they were going to come and arrest him. Samuel Adams and John Hancock. They were coming around. Here it is one more time. You decide.
He who warned the British that they weren't going to be taking away our arms by ringing those bells and making sure as he's riding his horse through town to send those warning shots and bells that we were going to be secure and we were going to be free.
The warning bells were not to alert the British.
Well, like I said, when in doubt, either avoid it or be evasive or whatever. But now this whole book business that one of her aides has written, now she is saying that this person who's writing this book has, quote, issues. What those issues are, we don't know, but we haven't heard the last of that one either.
So, speaking of tell-all books, like the book about Sarah Palin later in the program.
Not another one.
Yeah, Jim Miller will be here, the co-author of Those Guys Have All the Fun. It's the tell-all book about ESPN.
That's not fair. And you know what? There's something by. What if I wrote a tell-all book about this radio show? Mm-hmm. Now, we all see things behind the scenes that, for example, Michael Patrick Shields' addiction to cream cakes. I mean, that sort of thing.
Online shopping it is.
And all that sort of stuff. I mean, everybody's got their, and to, I don't know, just something about that. I'm sure most would agree. Something about that's inappropriate. Why people do it, I think there are aspiring authors, people who do that sort of. It's a free country. You can do whatever you want to do, but
Take a run at the cash.
But it is
Well,
about.
the
I'm sure
ESPN book,
money.
I don't think the author was worked for ESPN. I think he interviewed people who did. So
Well,
that's
no.
a little different. But
Yeah, no, I'm just speaking generally. General tell-all books are meant to discredit, and that's not very nice. Like Mom said, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it.
But
I
no
think
one
that's a
will
good
read
adjective.
it. If it's only nice things, nobody will read it.
Yeah, but you know what? But still, why do it? Why diminish? Why be so negative and so hurtful to other people? It just doesn't seem, in my personal
money.
opinion, it doesn't seem right. Yeah, but is that right?
I don't know if it's right, but it's profitable.
Well, it is, but I mean, money shouldn't be the objective as you go about, potentially hurting other people. It just doesn't seem to be morally right, in my opinion, for whatever it's worth.
Did you notice all that? I don't know what it is. If it's pollen or what's in the air, but on the weekend, wow, those white
Yeah.
little fluffy things blowing all over the place.
Seems to get worse every year. And they say the older you get, the more apt you are to come down with certain allergic reactions to whatever. I know it's true in my case. And this state, seems like everything's blowing around nowadays.
Yeah, and the mosquitoes in the evening.
Oh,
too, are
don't
still
even
really
get. Oh my, every time you turn around, there's another. I take the dogs out early morning, right? And this is tough because it's dark, right? When I get up and take my dogs out, and it is a battle to make sure mosquitoes don't come in and out with us.
Yeah.
When mosquitoes come in, I spend the morning just before I fly out the door to get to this radio show, swatting mosquitoes so they don't eat the dogs alive while I'm gone.
Yep.
It's terrible.
It is.
It's a rough year for that. Insidious. Well put.
What else did I want to talk to you about? Oh, so Rick Snyder's not running for president, but he did have his hands full this weekend in Battle Creek.
Yeah, he was. He was touring storm damage there about a week ago, that rough weather that rolled through. And he said for storm damage that was not tornado related, he has never in his life seen anything that devastating.
3 men recovering from hypothermia after being pulled from Lake Michigan. They were on a 24-foot boat, and it capsized near Saugatuck. They used the radio to make a distress call, and then they clung to the side of the boat until help arrived. That had to be very scary. 28-year-old, 30-year-old, and a 50-year-old man.
Yeah. Oh, we should note here, too, coming up later this half hour, a tribute to D-Day, and one-time MSU professor Walter Adams. I interviewed Walter Adams. He was at D-Day in June of 1944. An interview I did with him in June of 1994, then the 50th anniversary of D-Day. We're going to play some clips and relive some of Walter Adams' experiences on that fateful day. That's coming up in the next 10, 15 minutes or so, so stick around for that.
Let's make him our Northwood University Leader of the Day. Northwood University celebrating 51 years of producing leaders and free enterprise posthumously, of course.
Yeah.
He is certainly a leader to be respected, and we'll talk about that and hear from him on tape, as Gary mentioned, in about 3 minutes from right now. We're live in our American Metal Roofs studio. Find them at AmericanRentalRoofs.com. Find out how you can save up to 50% on your energy bills. And we're going to use a lot of energy bills this morning. It's 8,000 degrees in the studio here. It's a sweat box. So stay tuned. We'll heat things up when we get back.
With AARP.